Welcome back to Economics Learning. Today I will discuss law of inheritance in Islam. Today I will discuss law of inheritance in Islam. The law of inheritance in Islam is a detailed system governing the distribution of deceased person estate among their heirs. It is outlined primarily in the Quran, with additional detail provided by the Hadith saying and action of Prophet Muhammad. The system is designed to ensure fairness and justice in the distribution of wealth and property among family members. In Islam, the law of inheritance is a fundamental aspect of Islamic outlined in Quran and further elaborated in the Hadith. The objective of Islamic inheritance laws is to ensure the fair and just distribution of the deceased person's estate among their heirs. This system is designed to uphold social cohesion, maintain family ties, and prevent the concentration of wealth in the hand of a few individuals. The principles of Islamic inheritance are derived from divine, divine guidance and aims to provide a framework for equitable distribution of aspects. Here an overview of how it works. First one is distribution of shares. Islamic inheritance law stipulates fixed shares for certain relative and variable shares for others. The fixed shares include sons. Each son receives twice the shares of a daughter. Daughters receive shares typically half of that of a son. Parents, if deceased has no children, the parents are entitled to inheritance. Twice, depending on the circumstances, the surviving spouse may receive a share of a estate. These fixed shares ensure that immediate family members receive a portion of the estate according to their relationship with the deceased. The remainder of the estate, known as residuary estate, is distributed among the eligible heirs based on their respective shares as defined by Islamic law. Next one is order of inheritance. Islamic law establishes a hierarchy of heirs based on their relationship to the deceased. The order of inheritance generally the sequences children and descendants, parents, spouse, sibling and their descendants, other relatives. This order ensures that closer relatives are given priority inheritance. For example, if the deceased has children, they will inherit before the parents of or sibling. Next one is inclusion and restriction. Certain individuals are included from inheritance under Islamic law. This includes non-Muslim, those who are responsible for the death of the deceased and who have been expressively disinherited by the deceased. Additionally, illegitimate children are not entitled to inherit from their biological father under most circumstances. Fourth one is rule of will wasiya. Islamic allows for a small portion of the estate up to one third to be bequeathed through a will. This portion can be directed to non-heirs or used to modify the distribution slightly. However, the will cannot override the fixed shares prescribed by Islamic law. Will are encouraged as a means to fulfill religious obligation or to support charitable causes. Next one is last execution of inheritance. The distribution of the deceased estate is overseen by the heirs or the designated executor wasi. According to Islamic law, it is essential that the distribution is carried out fairly and in accordance with the Quran and Sunnah. Disputes over inheritance are typically resolved through Islamic legal authorities or courts with the aim of upholding justice and equity. In Conclusion: the law of inheritance in Islamic provides the comprehensive framework for their fair distribution of the assets among family members. It emphasizes the importance of maintaining family ties, social justice, and adherence and divine guidance in matter of inheritance. Thank you.